Alright, welcome to another episode of Emotional Nightmares. Still down here at Club 831 in Butler. So again, if you're struggling, stop through. There'll be somebody here always. The doors are open for you. So, with that, we are doing all the journeys of recovery, right? So in this process, we got another guest with us here. She's going to share with us her journey of recovery. So we have April, right? So we have April with us, and she's going to share with us her journey. So April, go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm April. I'm an addict. So I really started getting into addiction like in my early 20s. Of course, when I was a teenager, you dibble-dabble there, but it really set off in my 20s. And then when I was 25, I ended up getting pregnant with my twins. And that, unfortunately, I didn't stay sober throughout that pregnancy. And by the grace of God, I got to keep my kids.
So you didn't stay sober during the pregnancy? You got high while pregnant?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. And I had to do like a few things here and there, to keep my kids and stuff. So I got sober just to, I snuck around it.
So CYS got involved,
mm-hmm.
or Child Protective Services, depending on what part of the country you're in.
But I ended up getting to keep my kids, and then I moved, and I got sober for a little bit because I left we were still together, but my kid's dad, because he's in addiction as well. So I went and stayed with my parents, and I got sober for a little bit for them, but I ended up getting into like real bad alcoholism, and it was like I was functioning, like I was going to work and stuff, taking care of my kids, but it really wasn't. It ended up taking me out.
That's like the theme down here. I don't know what you notice this? Right. So, this has been our theme. Like, everybody who's come on this episode in the past 2 days has been, they always keep saying, I was a functioning addict. I'm a functioning alcoholic. So, for the viewers listening, there's no such thing, right? Like, your life is still fucked up, right? Yeah. Just because you're paying your bills don't matter.
Yeah, well, and I really wasn't functioning. Like, in my mind,
I
thought I was functioning, but I wasn't, because it ended up, taking me out. But I lost my kids to alcoholism when they were like 3.5 years old. And then I got court-ordered to Teen Challenge in Missouri. So, and it was 13 months. So
tough program.
Yeah, it was rough.
Very religious based.
Yeah. I completed it though. I tried to leave once, but it was like they throw it in your face, like, you can go to sit in jail and not have your kids, or So I was like, I'm just gonna keep doing it. But when I got out, I had like other things to do to get my kids or whatever, and I was doing it, but it was like I knew like I wasn't ready or something, and I had asked the family that had them that whole 13 months if they would take them if something was to happen, and they said they would, so they ended up legally adopting them, because after I had asked them that, like a week later, I relapsed.
So you already had it in your mind, like realistically, you already had the relapse in your mind. The reservation was there of like, I'm gonna end up fucking up again, so like, will you just take my kids?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in all fairness, right? So people listening, right? You at least had the protective capacities to know that, like, I still need my kids to be safe. Yeah. Right? Yeah. So, good job at that, at least.
Yeah, they're with a great family. The family's amazing. They even, and what, like, helped me was, they helped me a lot throughout my addiction. Like, they tried to get me clean, and put me in treatments. They're the ones that actually got me into Teen Challenge. It was their idea to put me in there. But when I got pregnant with my last son, I was in addiction again. And, like, they were trying to help me. The mom, she took me to all my appointments and stuff, but I told her, I was like, will you take him? Because I'm not, like, I was in rehab at the time, and she's like, well, maybe you should pray about it, because they were real religious. And she's like, maybe you should pray about it, and I think maybe this is God giving you another chance to be a mom, and keep him. And I was like, I'm telling you right now, and I'm, like, sitting in rehab, I was like, I'm not done yet. Like, I need you to take him. So she agreed, her and her husband, they agreed to take him, and I had him during COVID. So, like, she was my only support, because you could only have one person with you at appointments and all that stuff.
Right.
So he's with my kids, with them as well.
Okay.
So they're doing good. Fortunately, they don't talk to me currently, but I kind of just kept going down that journey of, like, getting clean and being in their lives, and then relapsing and being not and gone, and
Right.
so.
Well, that's important, right? So, like, that's one of the things that, why I always tell people, like, don't tell people you're sorry, or tell them, like, I'm going to do this. Because what you're describing there, like, all too often, you know, I see people, at least, because, like, my real job, like, I work in a rehab, and, like, I'll see people come in and, you know, they get clean for a day or two, and it's automatically, like, oh, I got to apologize to this person and that person, and it's like, stop.
Yeah.
Like, you've said a million times you're going to do something different, but you haven't yet. So, in this time, like right now, you're 9 months clean, right? Which is awesome, right? Because you got that 9 month period. But what's different?
Honestly, so like I said, I'm from Missouri. I moved out here, unfortunately, to be with my kid's dad, and I ended up in full-blown addiction. Well, I ended up leaving him, and I come out here to Butler. And what's really helped me a lot is, like, I never got involved in, like, I was court ordered to AA for a little bit, but I hated it, and I only went to get my paper signed.
Right.
You know, like,
as most people do. Yeah.
But I started coming into the rooms and stuff, and at first, like, I would, like, be like, oh, I'm going to go to a meeting, and I would go, and then I would leave, like, halfway through, because, like, I have, like, it's gotten a lot better, but, like, anxiety and, like, being around, like, people and stuff. But, like, this time, I went to rehab, and they had us, like, call our sponsor, like, every week, like, and then a couple other people that we met at other meetings that they took us to, so that kind of helped me a lot. And, like, then when I started back in the rooms, I started getting more involved. Like, I hold a position, like, in the, what is it called? Like, area service.
Okay.
So I do that. I have 2 home groups. I have a sponsor that is, like, amazing. I tell her everything. And I've met a lot of amazing people in this program. And I've been helped out a lot. Like, my last relapse, I ended up being out on the streets for, like, 5 days in the cold, and Jamie actually picked me up. And,
that's what he said. He told me something about you. He had to push you in a cart.
Yeah. Yeah, so when he picked me up, he had to go get doorknobs. So he took me to Lowe's. And I guess I was, like, falling in the cart, and he was having to push me around like that. But the only thing I remember, I just kept waking up, and I'd be like, oh, I don't look that messed up, do I? You know, like, I don't look that high, do I, Jamie? I'm, like, thinking I'm fine. But the whole time, and, like, once I got sober, I, like, thought about it, because I was, like, I woke up one time, and I was sitting in the middle of the street, and I had been sitting there for so long that my legs wouldn't even, like, move. And I was just like, you know, that's so dangerous. Like, it was, like, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
You know, and then my best friend, like, he died in front of me, and, like, they couldn't get him to come back for, like, it was, like, 20 minutes. Thank God, like, it brought him back, but, like, I had a lot of guilt for all that, you know, and, being able to, like, share that, like, in the rooms and, like, with my sponsor and stuff, and people I've gotten close to, and NA has, like, helped me, like, tremendously. Like, there's days, like, it'll cross my mind to, like, want to get a high, but then I try and, like, I think of, like, the consequences and, like, play that tape, like, do I really want to do all that stuff over again, you know, and lose what I've gotten so far, because I've gained so much more, and, like, I feel like eventually, like, I'll get my kids, like, back in my life if I just keep doing the next right thing, you know, like, I mean, I can't, it sucks and it's sad, but, like, I did it, you know what I mean, like, I have to just face the fact that I chose to do what I did, so.
Sure. So, I mean, that's good, though, because you're taking that accountability and for understanding that, right? Which, yeah. I mean, also, at the same time, like, you were able to take accountability into saying, like, I'm not capable of taking care of my kids either. So,
yeah.
like, I do need them to be with this foster family.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
So that's good, too,
yeah.
right? To get yourself together. So, So then what's different is you're actually doing something this time, right?
Yeah.
Like you're involved. It sounds
Yeah.
like you're actually putting yourself in the middle and not on the edge.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and I mean, like I said, I have a great like support system. Even my work, like the people that I work with, the ladies, my boss, they're amazing. You know,
They all know that you have a.
Mhm.
That's important.
Yeah.
I know like we believe in anonymity, and I don't, right? Like personally, I don't want anonymity clearly because I'm doing this, so
Right.
everybody knows I was, you know. But when I first got clean, that was the one thing I made it sure to do is I told everybody, like all my like any job I didn't care if they knew,
Yeah.
because like I need you to know, because I need people to hold me accountable, and um, I think that's important is to have all the people in you around you to be able to hold you accountable
Yeah.
and be like, hey, what's going on? You're not the same,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, and that's what I did when I went in there and got the job. It's been the first job that I've gotten here, and it's still my job. Even through my relapse and stuff, like I went in there and told her honestly, like that I was in recovery and what I was doing, you know, and she was like, I'll give you a shot, you know. And then the rehab that I actually went to, one of them, they had us like write down like our triggers and like it was like a packet of just like tools and stuff. And I had made copies so I could give it to her. So I was like, if you think I'm acting weird or like something, or like I was like, you can be like, hey, like, what are you doing?
That's
you
cool,
know?
right?
So,
like
yeah.
that's different, right? Because now
Yeah.
you're telling somebody,
Yeah.
hey, look, this is what to look for, and if I'm doing this shit, I might be getting ready to relapse, right?
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah. So
Awesome.
it's been a good journey so far.
Yeah. I mean, it's the beginning,
Yeah.
right?
It is the beginning.
There's a lot more
Yep.
involved. So
Yeah.
you have a sponsor. You're calling them daily. You're working steps. You're going to meetings. You're involved in the meetings.
Yep. Yep.
So
Yeah, the
you're
meeting tonight is actually one of my home groups.
nice.
Yeah.
So you're doing this.
Yeah.
You're living it.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you live in the 3/4 house now.
Yep.
What's good about it?
Honestly, like, I don't, everything is great about it, for real. Like, I am the only female in the house right now, but, like, you don't even really see anybody except for, like, in passing, you know, like,
Mm-hmm.
but, and Jamie and Sonia live down below me, so, like, I know if I really need anything, like, they're right there, too, so, like, that's pretty cool, but, I think what I really do like the best about it is, like, the accountability, you know, because, like, I'm the type of person, if you give me too much, like, leeway, I'm gonna, like, take it, you know, and take it farther than what I should.
Right.
So, like, knowing, like, that I have that help and accountability is, like, a really good thing for me. Like, I really like it. It's peaceful there, and my room is freaking sweet, so.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Right. And I mean, that's good that you're doing that as well too. So awesome.
Yeah.
Right. So what's overall, right? The person that's listening right now that is struggling, what is the overall message that you want them to hear from you?
Pretty much that they don't have to be alone during this. Like, there's help everywhere, you know. Like you're saying, you know, there's meetings everywhere. Just come to a meeting, just reach out to somebody. There's usually always somebody at the door hugging people. Be like, hey, I need help. You know, like, there's help everywhere. You know, I give out my number to a lot of people. I'm just like, you know, you don't have to be alone during this. And there's not, like, it's not the end, you know. Like, they always say, like, don't leave before the miracle happens. Like, you know, don't leave. Because that's what I did, like, the first couple of times. Like, I would leave before, like, I actually really got the help.
Yeah. So do you think that you've recognized a lot of your patterns? Because it's, I mean, at the end of the day, right? You've been here before, right? You keep going through this. You know, you kind of blew pat through your whole story, right? But so you left a lot out, which is fine, right? So in this process, though, like you've been to rehab, I'm assuming multiple times, right? Because you teen challenge, whatever. So multiple times. What did you learn differently this time
To reach out. I struggle picking up the phone, like, and reaching out for help, just because I always felt like it was like a burden, like I was bothering people. So I would just like, and even like, I wasn't the type of person to relapse and then call and be like, oh, hey, I relapsed. Like, I'm just like gone. So I think that's like helped a lot, is being able to like know that it's not bothering people. Like, there's so many people that want to help, want you to call them, like. And now that I know that, like, it's so much easier to pick up the phone and be like, hey, like, I'm having a real bad day. Like, I want to go get high, or like, I just don't want to do this or do that. Like,
nice.
So, but it's been great. So
That's
far.
good. That's good. So you're doing it.
Yeah.
So it's good, right?
Yeah.
So keep doing it.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else you want to throw in the mix?
I mean, I did kind of blow through my story, but I mean, it's
That's
just
fine,
like,
though.
it's
Like,
the
this
same,
isn't
like,
about this.
yeah, it's the same pattern, like, I just would, like, go to rehab, do the same thing,
Yeah.
like, I've gotten to,
Well, it
like,
sounds like this is the one time, though, that you actually wanted it different, right? And
yeah.
I guess, like, I didn't ask you, like, I ask everybody, what was that moment in your life where you were like, I gotta do something different, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you have that?
Yeah, I think it was, like, when I realized, like, had lost, like, the people closest to me.
Mm-hmm.
I've had a lot of people, like my dad died. It's been like almost 2 years, and he died from cancer. And then my grandma died, and like I've had friends die, of course, from overdoses and stuff. Very close people, and I just was like, I want that to change. Like, I don't want to, die that way, or keep losing people and be a, still an addiction, because I didn't even get to go to my dad's funeral because I was in addiction.
Right.
So, like, I don't want to keep doing it. Like, my kid's dad, he's still in active addiction, on and off, like one of those. But, like, I just feel like he's never going to change, and it sucks. But, like, and I've tried to...
Can't save everyone.
Yeah, like, I've tried to speak life into him, but, like, if you don't want it, you're not going to do anything about it.
Yeah.
You have to want to change. You have to want to be sober.
I mean, that's the big one, right? Is you have to want this. And then, like, at the end of the day, it's like I'm hoping that, we can reach people that are able to say, like, oh shit, something's got to be different. And, like, you have to be able to want that. Like, you have to have that voice that comes in that says, this can't be life. There has to be something better. And again, whether it's 1 day sober or 1,000,000 days sober, it's just about getting there, So that's good. So I appreciate you for coming on, right? I thank you for jumping up here and doing this, right? Like, I know we're just randomly grabbing people that want to come up, like, come on up. But yeah, man, I appreciate it, and you're doing good, so I want you to keep doing it, right? And we're always down here, so, we're always down here. So, as always, you guys could have been anywhere in the world today. You sat here and chose to listen to us for however long we just talked. I appreciate you. Was that about 18 minutes? That's awesome, right? So, we appreciate you for coming on. We appreciate you guys for listening to our short little story, right? As she blew through it, but that's fine, right? And if you didn't hear what you need to hear, right, then there's many more episodes on the channel. If not, watch another one. I don't know. Watch another channel. At the end of the day, we don't care how you find recovery, just find it. If you need to grab the phone, call somebody, we hope that you do. Call somebody that actually cares. Don't call the dope man. Call somebody that's actually there for you and in your corner. So we appreciate you. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for listening. You guys have a good day, and thank you.
Thank you for watching.